A lot of the time, AI transitions are way too obvious and feel really fake. After spending thousands of credits and weeks of time experimenting, I have found 5 super simple AI transitions that look incredible, and I'm gonna share them with you in the next 5 minutes. The video that you're watching right now uses all 5 transitions, and the key to all of these is that they replicate techniques used by real Hollywood directors. So without further ado, let's break down transition number 1. The first transition uses a door or corner to introduce a character to a new environment. You can see it here where the soldier runs from the trenches into a magical forest. First, let me show you how to do it, and then I'll point out a few key things that actually sell this effect. First, we start with 2 images. I've got this one of the soldier at war and this one of the soldier in the forest. What's important to make this work is that the camera frame needs to stay relatively consistent between the 2 images. These are both chest up and close, so the camera's not gonna have to warp a whole lot when going from one frame to the other. This wider image of the soldier in the forest won't work because the camera will have to move way too much to compensate for the change in framing. Once we have our 2 similar images, import them into a video model that allows start frame and end frame. I'm using Kling 01 through Higgsfield here. Next, input your prompt and describe the action that you would like to take place. It doesn't have to be super detailed. Here's what I wrote. The man in @image1 walks around a tight corner through a doorway and finds himself in a snow-covered forest. Keep the framing consistently mid close-up, no warping, no unnatural movement. The reason that this prompt works is that I specifically mentioned that I want him to walk through a doorway, which gives a natural place for the new environment to begin. And I also asked the model to keep consistent framing, which stops some unnatural artifacting. There's all sorts of creative ways to use this transition, so let me know down in the comments how you would use it first in your own film. Now that the soldier is in the forest, we're gonna do what I call a continuation cut. Basically, we're extending the duration of the first AI video by blending it seamlessly into a second one. This is AI-specific editing, and it is the foundation of creating AI films. Using the end frame of the video that we just created, I generated a new shot of the soldier looking around in the forest. Now we'll download both of these video clips and import them into our editing software of choice. I use DaVinci Resolve. Here we'll import our videos onto the timeline and place them right next to each other. Just playing it back like this looks okay, but you'll notice that there's like a little stutter when we go from one clip to the other. That's because we have a repeated frame. The last frame of this clip and the first frame of the second clip are the same. To fix this, simply drag the first shot 1 frame over to cover the first frame of the second shot. And now you can see it plays back really smoothly. If you need to, go back and rewatch this section because we're gonna be using continuation cuts to set up all of our other transitions. Moving on, we have the pan transition. This is sort of a mix of the last 2. It extends the clip, but it also gives some more cinematic camera movement. Open up your start and end frame video generator. I wanna take this shot of the soldier looking up and show that he's looking at a lamppost, which I generated this image for. The prompting process is really simple. All I input was the camera swiftly pans over to the right and up, focusing on the lamppost with a gentle push in. Snow falls, the lamp flickers. Include natural motion blur in the panning movement. That's it. But the reason that this works is because I generated 2 images that don't break sightline. The soldier is looking up and to the right in this shot, so I had to make sure that I generated a low angle view of the lamppost and made the camera move up and to the right. If I had it go up and to the left, the whole thing would break. Next, we've got a super popular cinematic transition from Hollywood. It's called the match cut. What you want to do for this is focus in on an element that can run in common between your 2 clips. I chose the lamppost because lampposts are both in the magical forest and the streets of London. Use a continuation cut if necessary to get really close to your object until nothing around the object is showing. Now we'll use this extreme close-up to start our next frame and pull out, revealing the new location. This is used in real cinema all the time, and I think that it translates really well to AI filmmaking. In the example film, I went from this shot and used a pan to set up our final transition, which is the push-through reveal. The push-through reveal is another transition that uses a little bit of AI magic. You obviously can't push a real camera straight through a glass window. The key to this one is to have an image where you can already see the place that you want the camera to go through the window or doorway. This is also the tricky part. Getting an end frame that matches properly can take a lot of experimentation. Once I had images that matched close enough, the prompt was simple. The camera smoothly pushes in through the window to reveal the mother rocking her baby inside the house as rain falls outside. This is what it gave me, and this looks okay, but it has has some problems. The camera warps through the window frame right here, and the chair also warps unnaturally because I couldn't get that to match perfectly. To mask these things, I pulled the shot into my editor, added a speed ramp to the transition to hide the artifacts, and then I added some motion blur to kind of tie everything together. And just like that, you have learned 5 cinematic AI transitions in just 5 minutes. I know that it's rapid fire, it's a lot of info, so don't be afraid to go back and follow along step by step for your own project. I also have an in-depth guide on how to edit AI videos as a beginner, which might be super helpful. If you're interested in that, you should check out this video right up over here.